Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we have a 1776 limited time event, Miller's Cornfield public match for you. Before we get into this, though, thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like to support, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do with no advertisements. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. So, server pop as of right now. It's currently 328. Round just ended. It'll get back up to 400 very soon. Numbers are even. Officers for CSA side, you got no one there. You have Chicken. You have Vintage Era. You have 6 Million Pies. And then on the American side, you have Dirty Dan. You have Diefendorf. You have War Dog, Henry Clay. And that looks like it's that. No Artie for this. Co-commentating with me today, we have Longstreet.
Hello, everybody. Happy 4th.
Indeed. So, this is going to be interesting because everyone has buck and ball. Normally on this map, the attacking CSA side, half their team has buck and ball. The American or Union defense in the normal Civil War map, they don't have buck and ball, but now both sides have it. So it should be a lot more competitive, I would think. But of course, that's why we watch the match to see if it'll be any different. It should be good. Longstreet, you got any thoughts for how each side should play this?
Yeah, with Artie, it's going to be interesting, and a lot of people aren't aware that the guns are 25% less accurate than 1842s. So, I know one strat, this is an interesting strat that the Union's using already, but I know a lot of times they would like to sit in the back, like at the snake fence outside of the corn, and then just shoot onto the point. I've seen a lot of teams do that, but this one, they're just like right in their face, so which is I haven't seen a lot of, so...
Yeah, and I mean,
I'm interested.
They've got the buck and ball; they can do it, but it's going to be a question of numbers. I mean, the American team,
right.
You do have one company sitting back, like we saw last round. The Americans were slightly losing a fight when one of their companies was out of the fight, and maybe we'll see if that happens here. But are the Americans going to charge? They got a couple guys. You got
Brits are charging on the far right, the far west.
Oh yeah, that's a good call out. Thank you. I was watching Bearman Burrito charge.
Get the flag,
and interesting, there's like a little, is that a regiment? There's like a little blob in the corn there, like right next to where the Americans are retreating. I don't know what they're doing there.
Is that the 10th regiment?
Yeah, it is a regiment, yeah. 10th Regiment of Foot, yeah.
I think that's, it's AVC, Alabama Volunteer Corps. I think it's AVC, though. Anyways.
I have no idea. But anyways, there's enemies all around them, so they need to wake up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Americans did not lose their flag there. No 10th Regiment of Foot. They saw it, though, and they're going in for the kill. They're a little far away, though.
Nothing else really happening. Union's just kind of regrouping on the east side of the
Cornfield. All right. New poll.
Oh, yep, that was good. Remembering that.
74% of the people said the Americans would lose.
10th Regiment of Foot got the officer and the flag.
Wow. I didn't think they'd get that.
Nope, they did it. And they're still getting some more rainbows, so they're getting a good amount of tickets here.
Alrighty. If you would like to get a high five, an invisible reward, answer the poll. Who do you think will win this map? I'll actually do it before the round next time, but... That all being said, Americans starting to form up. I mean, the thing is, either side just needs to group up and move around like a blob, and they will win this map. You're going to have numbers. Each side is spreading so far out right now.
Yeah, the tactics got crazy once the the U.S. just went right up to the snake fence. I did not expect that. That was a heck of a thing, as people like to say.
So, and that's the thing.
British got a wide flank here. It looks like they might even. Oh, look, east. Go east.
Yeah, the American.
Look at this. Wow.
Who the hell did I listen to?
And
Looks like they got away. Yeah, they got away. Well, they were returning.
There's a lot charging on the point. You also had the British team get an American flag to the west, and the whole company just kept running and forgot about their flag.
Oh, they're going to the point now? But I don't think there's enough. Oh, they just got volleyed too.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough of them.
This British company is very spread out now, pushing point. At least
I don't know what that
side.
strat is southeast, that British unit there. Just blindly shooting into the corn.
Oh, you'll hit something. You
they
know,
gotta make some moves.
Corn has feelings.
Oh, they actually won the fight on the point. That's crazy.
Very slightly. But yeah. I mean, you do have two British companies. They're starting to merge up. That one company that was just sitting back and shooting is now moving into the center. Both sides about even on tickets right now.
Independent fire, fire if you see them.
10th Regiment of Foot still hanging out on the side there.
Go with me and Pies. He's your officer. Behind you, behind you.
Presty. Yo,
Presty, see the star icon behind you. That guy. Yeah. Follow him.
Yeah. They're all on the point. Yeah, red coats are
Oh, American charge on the southeast. They're just getting some of the little. Oh, yeah, they're just getting a couple Rambos there.
Return to monkey. Will he get a kill?
Base name. Yep.
Yeah. Big charging center. The Americans trickling at the British line. American flag. I don't know how it's not down. There it is. Oh, British are counter-charging.
That's all fucking Yankees. That's all Yankees. That's all
the British are charging. The British are charging.
All Yankees ahead. All of them are Yankees. Bears down. Bears down.
Like I said last stream, I want them to make a Paul Revere game mode where you have to run them through the downtown, like Harper's Ferry area, on a horse by yourself, and people have to shoot you. That'd be pretty cool.
So the British team is grouping up on point. You have an American company just sitting out to the east, not doing much over there. And Americans are losing the point right now. I mean, that's the thing. British are grouped up here, and the American, for the most part, they've grouped up, and now the Americans are just kind of getting picked apart right now. So, I don't. I mean, what's the ticket and balance of this map?
They're still shooting. Who is still stabbing? Kill this guy in the line. I got him.
Miller's Cornfield. It is a 6% ticket advantage to the attacking British side, assuming they didn't mess with it. There should be no reason why the Americans... I mean, they're keeping tickets even. They're actually slightly down. There's no reason why the Americans should be getting whooped kind of this bad at this point. I don't know. I feel like with the buck and ball, they should be able to do well, but...
Oh shit, sorry.
But it is worse version of buck and ball, so
sure.
It's still not wonderful, unless you're like right up.
A worse version of buck and ball is better than an Enfield in the corn.
That's true.
So,
but they have been more aggressive and they are defenders, so.
It's true. They can be if they do it as a team. Numbers is the game they play. Meanwhile, you do have that American company who's sitting out. Diefendorf, they're over there. Looks like they're going to try to get in a flank, charge in. As the British early cap the point, stops the black timer. Diefendorf is charging his company in.
They got shredded. Oof.
They were a little outnumbered there. Again, War of Rights, unless there's buck and ball involved, 99% of the time it's a numbers game. So
Right, yeah.
It's, I mean,
that's the only advantage you have if you have less numbers is buck and ball.
The British side is they're grouping up a lot better than the Americans are. And I mean, that's the thing too, is that in the corn, if you're a defender, it's a lot harder to defend in the corn or woods than an attacker. But anyways, because defenders, you're just sitting in one spot. The attackers, you're kind of moving around, which if I were the Americans, I would just blob up and run around the corn like crazy. But regardless, British early cap. Again, stop the black timer. Gold timer start. Americans have to retake by the time the gold timer hits 0.
Line. Take aim. Down that line. Take aim quickly.
If they don't, they lose. If they do and they're down tickets, they can regain up to the percentage of tickets that the original attacking side is at. So it looks like you got another charge from Dirty Dan. He's going in now.
That was a nice flank. I don't know if they'll have enough people. Intention was good.
Charging. Oh, I just keep this somebody. I just killed a traitor for you. My team killed another one. Holy fuck. This British officer, I mean, Yankee officer killed
Yeah, that charge died. Rip.
Presty.
So yeah. I mean, again.
US team looks very disjointed if you just look at the map. They're just like fucking everywhere.
Yep. So you got another Henry Clay is officering. He's just charging in on his own. He died. His company is now very slowly trickling in on him. Man, what a mess for the American side.
Yeah. It's like the whole cornfield's full of Americans.
It's just like a bunch of guerrilla tactics going on here.
Yeah.
Maybe the British would have won the Revolutionary War if they had tickets.
They didn't have 1842s. With better Buckenball, they would have won.
Diefendorf for the Americans trying to bring his guys up to a flank. You have War Dog with him. They are inching there. They look pretty outnumbered, but they have a great
this
flank.
looks good. Yeah.
Nice volley.
It's looking pretty good if they charge in now. They got the smoke screen.
I say this country stands for Jimmy Dean's and for Costco.
There they go. Oh, one guy. Never mind.
He's gonna get that far. Oh, never mind. British are gonna charge.
A little counter attack here. That's cool. Oh, and the Americans are charging in at the same time. That's crazy. That's a heck of a thing.
Wow.
The British just went around the Americans.
They might get these flags though that are.
He has rapid diarrhea constantly. He tells me about it. He's talking to me in Discord. He tells me about his diarrhea. He shits his pants, and he wants to make a
Wow, that was
bad name for
a
America.
crazy thing.
He has been exposed.
The British charge got broken up, so we'll see it. I think they might. No, they're losing.
Americans are starting to win on top of the point though. Britain still kind of has a little bit of a line, but it looks like Americans are going to get numbers. If they retake, though, they won't regain a whole lot of tickets.
What an idiot. Get that flag.
Yeah, the tickets are not too far apart right now. The British do have a lead. Still, it's like the same.
What the hell?
Jeez, I see an American flag with a British logo on it. Keeps throwing me off.
Yeah. Yep, that's what happened with the colonies.
Americans are going to retake the point, and if they regain any amount of tickets, it's going to be a very little amount. What is this flag doing, though, out to the east? Our nav, he just ran the flag off to nowhere, and now he's starting to come back.
Bro was totally lost. Which happens.
He's finding his way back, but yeah. I mean, Americans they finally started to group up a little bit. They went in, and lo and behold, look what happens. I mean, granted, British, they had kind of had a slow counter charge there, and very little spread out, but no. It's what it takes sometimes. You actually have 2 British flags down right now. If the Americans could prevent Britain from getting that, that'd be huge. But it looks like the Americans are heading out west, and the 10th Regiment of Foot is about to die.
Yep.
They don't see him.
They don't see him, but there's too many of them.
Watch out.
That's some nice out-of-line kills there for the U.S.
We'll take those.
Well, not U.S., but Patriots.
I mean, yeah. Well,
Americans.
About face, north.
About base, we're going north. About base, we're going north. Delaware, we're going north. Delaware.
Honestly, if England like groups up and does one, or UK does one big charge, that'd be interesting. Or if they're just gonna split off again. So if they did that, they would just get the point in like 2 seconds.
Hold. I cannot fucking climb this shit so I can scout.
yes, this is the I-Core server.
I say, yo, officers, I say we just
Which?
Yes, it is. Yes.
take a breather.
336.
Nah, Vintage, just keep the gas. We're way ahead.
Pretty good. Pretty good numbers.
It is. I wonder what the other server's at.
For now. Alright, make ready, my guys. There's arms, blank fire. Let's go. Down at college.
Hold shots.
Steady.
And there's gonna be some events going on, or there. I think there is.
Well,
Yeah, they started by now. That's 8.
yeah.
8:30.
I know Boy Howdy campaign wasn't going tonight. That's why I'm
right,
here.
They called it off. Right.
I mean, I would think events would go on tomorrow night. Maybe. At least NA. I know I'm covering an EU reenactment tomorrow, but
I'm gonna be there.
wow.
Is it the one that Fritz is doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like acting in that.
Oh,
So you'll see me yelling and I'm doing stuff.
there we go.
I'm
So,
like one of the leaders for the Americans, and then I'm gonna do a British dude.
oh man.
Yeah, I've got like some lore with the British dude too. So
It's a whole D&D character right there.
you'll see. You'll see.
So, each side is kind of reverted to the sit and shoot. This is literally a repeat of the Hagerstown match that we just watched, where there's a lot of charging at the beginning, and then the attacking side, or rather, both sides agreed to just stop charging each other without agreeing. And I mean, both sides are kind of just blindly firing right now. Which, I don't know if you've ever seen an attacking team on Miller's Cornfield do that.
We're gonna charge at 32. We're gonna do one more
Oh,
volley.
No.
32.
Hold fire.
They're charging at 32. One more volley, they said.
Oh boy.
No more, no less.
Next reload, boys. Don't forget.
Press 5 on your next reload.
They are returning.
Present at the point.
Hi guys.
I'm hearing the fireworks outside,
Fire.
and it's going along with all the
Fucking ball.
combat.
Make sure your bayonets are
This is kind of cool.
We're going at 32.
So,
The battle's going on right outside.
the British are going in 32, but the Hessians are charging.
Stab him. Stab him.
Yeah, that's not much of a charge.
Org-
The rest of them are going in now. Very good.
Organization, ladies and gentlemen. So both sides now are taking losses.
Oh, the Brits actually kind of won that. The U.S. started retreating,
Yeah.
and it's a bit of a mess. But yeah, I'd count that as a win, I'd say.
The Brits early
There's more
cap,
of
it's a
them.
7-minute counterattack instead of 20. Chicken is running right into an American group. East.
Here come the British.
Shoot those British bankers, gentlemen. Shoot those bankers. Shoot them.
The big British
Usually
blob.
elsewhere. Jews not welcome in the colonies.
why you got shot in the fucking leg, you goddamn motherfucker.
So, British wipe through that. They do get an American flag down. Actually, there's 2 American flags down right now. Dirty Dan's trying to
Americans
charge
coming.
his guys
Americans
in now.
charging. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
They got mowed down there. Oh, there's some from my regiment in that charge. Crazy. In 8th Florida. Oh, it's the other American sergeant. Shout out to Richardson. Cool stuff.
And Dirty Dan actually wins, but here comes Vintage Era for the British. Going ahead and get an American flag down.
Miss me, you motherfucker! Miss me!
Press T. Press T.
I just heard someone give the most loud sigh I've ever heard in my life. I gotta play this game.
Oh,
I do be me
British definitely
sometimes.
won that. This is pretty.
Okay. When you're an attacker, the only time you want early cap is right off the rip at the beginning of a round, when tickets are even, or the
Right.
defenders are turtling. None of that's happening right now. The British are up by
No.
like a third of a stage. You don't want to cap it. Let the Americans retake and regain all these tickets, especially since you only need to knock them down a half morale stage to capture and win. So why are they on point? That's a great question.
Making a beautiful square. Making a beautiful
Let's see if they move.
They're forming square.
Right here.
Yeah, Vintage is spamming don't cap in the chat, so we'll see.
It's either the left side of their square there, or it's okay. No, it's not Vintage there. Oh, it's a, yeah, it's a square.
Yeah, they're spamming get off point in chat, but no one's getting off point. Rip.
It's a square.
The square is more important.
This is
Last time in this entire game that we're gonna be able to
Oh, they formed a square. Zoom into the Brits. They have a square.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
goodness.
And that's a bad idea.
We'll see, but yeah, if the Americans at this point, which they look like they're somewhat not really, if they can retake the point, they are going to regain a third to a half of morale stage in tickets, which that's something you maybe don't want if you are the British side here. So.
Let me go ahead and fixing my bayonet on my buck-breaking rifle here.
I'm gonna try to stab the fence to practice.
Oh, eagle cut out.
Nah, I just stopped yapping. A rarity.
Oh no, it cut you off like you were mid-word
Oh.
in Discord at least.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Americans are going in for a flank. They get vintage era and the flag down. Henry Clay,
The
Bonds.
square is working.
Swing them, they're over here as well, they're everywhere. They're fucking...
Here they come. Southwest, southwest.
Look at that! Wow. The square's working. Like they don't know where to attack. Like they stop for a second, they hesitate, and then they shoot him. That's pretty crazy.
Good thing there's horses, though.
It's working like it did in real life.
Oh my...
It's horses.
What a volley from the Americans.
Yeah,
It hit
that was
the
nice.
side of the square there.
Union Jack on the flag, and I just want
Americans are now going to charge in.
Oh, pincer.
So he can pick my cotton.
Oh, the other side stopped.
Ooh, nigga, I'm gonna kill you, nigga.
Wow, even still after that, the square's holding. But the flags are down, so that's not good.
Get the Yankees! The Yankees eating the square.
There comes the other side of the charge, the pincer. Yeah, it looks like Americans are going to win that. Crazy.
The amount of dead bodies.
They let the bodies hit the floor.
Pick up the flag. Pick up. You should not be stabbing people. Stop stabbing people. Fuck.
In like 20 years, some kid's going to be like, Dad, what was it like to form square on Miller's Cornfield? 1776 limited time event. So, yeah, this is exactly the worst situation for the British because all 4 of their flags are down. Americans are going to retake the point, maybe not regain as many tickets as we said beforehand because the gap is closed a little bit. But, I mean, the Americans regain tickets, British are down flags, and the American team just needs to sit on top of those flags. If a flag is dropped, it's down for 5 minutes, and then at that point, it'll despawn and someone can spawn back in at main with it. Obviously, you can run up and pick up the flag if you want, but if the American side can prevent the British from getting the flags for 5 minutes, that's huge. So...
On the lines, gentlemen, on the lines. Form a circle around the flags.
Yeah, we have to stay closer to point
Form a
now.
circle around the flags, gentlemen.
They're gonna come.
Now the Americans are trying to form square or circle. They're trying.
That's funny. They're copying. That's cool. Yeah, that's not a circle. It's just a blob.
Yeah. The newest shape.
Chris did a better job in that. Okay, so the U.S. are splitting apart. They got a little unit going west. Another one. Oh, it's a really small one going north. Yeah.
There's no need for them to split up numbers.
There's more of them going north now. Yeah.
It's all about
I don't
the
know why
numbers.
they're doing that.
Press 5, you'll see buck and ball show up in the bottom right, and then press R.
So the
So
British.
they're shooting at the point.
Yeah, I mean the British don't have their flags. They can. The British have 2 options: either sit back and shoot it out, which they're shooting in a little blind. They know the Americans are on point, or they could just charge straight in and try to get their flags back. They'd also hit the Americans.
Oh,
in the
Americans
beginning,
making a
kinda
push here to the snake fence.
Really quickly,
Yep.
take aim,
Henry
on the
Clay.
target, take aim on the fence, take aim, fire and fall back. Fire and fall back immediately. Fire and fall back.
Well, I got, it looked like 2 guys.
Yeah.
Oh, 3.
3. Not much.
Charge left, charge him out. Actually, just go get those scalps.
Oh,
Go get
4.
them.
Oh, they got the officer.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
good. Tie my shoes, please.
Yes.
Shout out to him.
Level 1, too.
Crazy.
Overperforming. Give him level 50.
Present! Down this line!
Battlefield promotion. He's general now.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I really like being aggressive at a beginning of a match. If I were to officer, let me clarify. I would like to be aggressive because
For defending or attacking?
attacking, right? I mean,
Right.
defender, sure, but I guess it depends on the situation. But as an attacker, I like being aggressive. One, because most War of Rights comes down to charges in the end. And so might as well try to do those early. And one, you're going to be bringing everyone's tickets down, which is what you need to do as an attacker. If you're up by a lot, that's great. If you're down by a lot, you still have a lot of time to adjust accordingly and change your plan. So I like charging and getting aggression out. Because the thing is that everyone's knocked down a bunch of tickets right now. And the British have a lot of time and they can do whatever they want. So a lot of good reasons, in my opinion, to be aggressive instead of just sitting and shooting it out for the first 20 minutes of the round. Questions? Is this on Xbox console? No, this is PC only. It's on Steam.
And the devs will not be adding it to console. They have zero plans on adding it to console.
Zero. Another Henry Clay push-up. That'd be really funny if the devs did work on it, though. It wouldn't surprise me.
I really doubt they will.
I agree, but I'm just
like,
making a bad joke.
They struggle with the current systems, and when you have to port it over, it's really hard. It's not easy. Like, they have dev teams. Some companies just have dev teams dedicated to porting because it's pretty difficult. And a lot of the ports we've seen are crap.
Madden.
Especially from console to PC. Yeah, Madden, for example.
Am I the only one here who wishes this game had a siege mode, like the old Mountain Blade Napoleonic Wars?
Oh boy.
I don't know what a siege mode is, but I feel like that'd be kind of cool. But I feel like we have maps that are like that already.
Boulevard Heights Redoubt.
Yep. Yeah. You could argue maybe River Crossing. But that's a stretch.
True.
That's a real stretch.
In Progress Mill, there's some kind of fortifications. Like there's the mill, and then
I remember
there's a lot of trees that are down, so you can use those.
I remember the first time I played that map, or the first while I played that map, I thought the house was the point, because that's the only place that people would actually fight over.
Right, yeah. I remember everybody going up there and like running up the stairs, and there'd be like the whole team just sitting in the in the building. That was fun.
Here come the Brits. Both sides are
nice.
breaking.
Look at this. This is a nice charge here.
3 kind of prongs here.
Yeah. That looks really cool.
Get ready. Bayo's down because you can aim faster. Bayo's down because you can aim faster.
We'll see how this goes.
Right side.
Oh, it looks like the Brits might win this, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you do have a large American clump still to the northeast of the point.
Oh, and look at this little, there's a little small American blob pushing in now.
Yeah, they can maybe, Americans could take this charge here. Let's see.
They're gonna counter charge, guys. They're gonna counter charge. Get on the lines. It's all behind us here.
Oh, Brits were ready for him. They got mowed down there. Like all the flags are down. There's only like there's 2 flags up right now.
What a flank there. You know, and it was well timed too. It wasn't too late, all things considered.
And they won it, yeah. That was good.
That's
I don't know who was leading that. That was a good one. Shout out to that guy.
I mean, Diefendorf has at least been doing those flanks. It wouldn't. Hey, that could be him, Henry Clay. Yeah, real good win there from the Americans. British are forced back. Tickets, all things considered, are fairly even. How do you like this game compared to Hell Let Loose? Better or worse? What game am I streaming right now? Anyways.
There you go. That's your answer.
Yeah. Hell Let Loose is a great game. Me personally, I like the American Civil War better.
So, the biggest gripe I have is the reliance on your teammates to do stuff.
In
like
this,
with the spawn system,
or Hell Let Loose?
In Hell Let Loose, yeah, in Hell Let Loose. Because a lot of times when I play, there's only 1 spawn for the entire team, and when you only have 1 spawn, that just totally screws up the whole match. So, yeah, that's my main gripe with it. I wish they just had like random spawn points or something like that.
Good luck.
Already set there.
Good luck, Surfer, in your search for a PC.
Yeah, man, sell that console, get PC. Way more games, way better selection of games.
It sucks though because you don't get sports games.
Use your computer for work too. Eventually. Or school, if you're in school.
That was the biggest mistake with school. I bought a laptop so I could like do both.
No.
I should have just bought a desktop and got a tablet for classes. That was. But oh well. C's make degrees. We passed it, and now we're here.
Right. I actually had a pretty good GPA, I had like a 3.3 or something like that in college.
I don't remember what I had. It was like mine was like a 3.2 or something. I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah.
Americans charging in for no reason at all. By the way,
Yeah, zero reason. That's terrible.
You're
idea
defending.
as a defender.
Wait
Yeah.
for the British to come to you. I guess you could try to play attack, but if you're gonna do that, do it with your whole team. Do you guys see Campfire game? Do you think Campfire Game's going to see the light and pursue American Revolution after this event? They are not. They have been very clear on that. If they pursue an American Revolutionary DLC, they'll have to work on 2 games at the same time. And they have a hard enough time working on the American Civil War one as is in terms of content. So British are now trickling forward, kind of making the same mistake, but here comes their whole team. I wish the corn wasn't here because it'd be so cool, but here they go. This charge will decide the game.
Get online, charge them.
Point is starting to go in British favor. Both sides going to drop their last stage very soon. Zooming out briefly, you have a whole American company or two just sitting back and shooting and watching the rest of their team die in a melee on point. I don't know why the Americans are split up like this. So both sides drop to their last stage. Americans hit last stand. If they die, they don't come back. If they were dead when they hit last stand, they spawned in at main. That's why you have 1 wave left. The reason why you want to be even at a minimum with the attackers, you want to be even with the defenders and tickets, is because of the last stages, right? Defenders can't respawn anymore. Attackers, meanwhile, they hit final push. It dropped the black timer, only a couple minutes left. However, they have infinite spawns at this point, and the Americans now charging in, going to try to hold it. But again, if they die, they don't come back.
Yeah, now it gets interesting. Vintage is spamming, go for kills, kill them. So we know what their strat is.
Is there a strat other than killing?
No.
So
but they want to be aggressive, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Americans do hold. Americans just need more bodies on point when the clock hits 0. Unfortunately, though, that isn't. Looks like it's going to be close. It depends on how quick the British move.
The British need to go in now. I don't know why they're just standing there.
Yeah, they could trickle in. I mean, it's not like the Americans have a lot left. They just, again, British just need more bodies on point when the clock hits 0. Yeah.
50 seconds.
To those,
here they go.
to the person who asked, "What is this?" I'll explain after this round's over.
What is this?
And
what is this?
What is this? Here come the British, though.
I like. What is this game? I like. Wow, wow, wee, wah.
British starting to take back that point, and that's gonna be our round. Longstreet, your thoughts?
I had fun watching that. That was pretty cool. Lots of cool flanks and crazy strategies, and America was not #1 on this one, sadly.
Indeed, it was nice to see that Americans, even though they had poor play, like they weren't doing things together, the Americans' defense rather was able to keep it competitive, which is something we rarely, if ever, see on this map. Usually CSA and the normal Civil War, non-special event meta, the CSA attacking side just rolls through and they win the map. It's that simple. So yeah, it was at least nice to see things competitive. Again, I think the Americans could have won this if they actually played more together. I mean, despite them playing spread out, they kept tickets even overall and actually brought the attackers down to their last stage. So who knows? All I'm hearing is that the Union needs buck and ball in their defense of Miller's Cornfield. But anyways, with that all being said, that was a very, very good round of Miller's Cornfield. Again, something new.
Yeah, good job, guys. Good job.